Well, we wanted to say welcome to our channel. We've got something a little bit different that we're going to be doing today.
Welcome to our video about pops, or popping through New Zealand. It stands for Park Over Property, and it's something we've never done before. Generally, we're freedom campers. Well, we will be once Iceberg's ready. But if you're new around here, I'm Kelly.
I'm Louise.
And this is Iceberg. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, why aren't you taking Iceberg with you?
We wonder that ourselves.
Why are you in that big, very, very, very beaten up camper van? Well, if you haven't seen our video on iMover.com, go and check it out. In New Zealand, especially from the South Island to the North Island, during peak tourist season, which is what we're heading into now for summer, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of motorhomes that need relocating back to the North Island, and they offer them to you at amazing prices. So go and check out the video. But that's what we did. But the reason we wanted to try the pops is because they offer power, and we didn't want to pay the $50, $60, $70, sometimes Rota is $80 a night to stay.
There's another reason as well, as Kelly loves her Nespresso. I love my Nespresso. The thing is, you need power. So we thought, well, how can we do that? It's not all about the coffee machine. It's about the hairdryer.
That's true. Because
we usually use our little, well, what is that little?
Oh, we've got this like transportable coffee Nespresso pump, but you've got to literally like pump it.
It's good for here, yeah. But the thing is with that, it's a wee bit warm and it's not the nicest of coffee. So anyway, that was another reason to plug in the Nespresso.
Yeah. We were like, let's take the Nespresso machine and let's find some power along the way and try this popping, because we are members of the NZMCA, and that is one of the things they offer. There's so many other benefits. So if you're a New Zealand resident and you're into motorhoming and vanning, camper vanning, caravanning, any of it, sign up. You get so many discounts. Even the cost is $150 to join.
And you get your wee sticker.
You get your wings.
They're pretty special because when you're going past other people, you give each other a little bit of a wave.
So 150 joining plus 102 yearly. And you do have to be a New Zealand resident. And you probably think to yourself, well, that's no good for me, and you're going to click the video off. But just wait. There are two other ways that you can pop through New Zealand. Secondly, if you are into caravan or camper vanning and you're overseas and you're a member of one of your country's clubs, there's a whole list of countries that have, what are they called? They're like sister clubs. And I'll put them on the screen so you can have a look. But
it doesn't matter where you're from. No. You can be from Australia, you can be obviously from New Zealand, but you can be American.
It has to be the clubs that are sister clubs. I'll put them on the screen.
Kelly knows what she's talking about.
I did see Germany. I saw Africa, Ireland, USA. There's a whole heap of countries that if you're a member of their club, you can join over here too. And I tell you what, even if you were here for a couple of months, that money would soon go. If you're staying at a holiday park, as I said, they can range from $50 to $80 a night, depending on the season and which part of New Zealand you're in. The $150 joining fee is soon going to be, well used.
I'm just thinking, then if you can use that sort of like a sister club, does that mean with us being NZMCA that we can use it as a sister?
Like a reciprocal country.
Well, tell me what, that's pretty good, isn't it? Looking forward to being able to do that.
Yeah. And then the next thing I was going to say is if you're not a member of a club, you're thinking, well, still, this video is no good for me. But wait, out of the 5 pops that we stayed at, 2 of them were actually open to the public anyway. So don't click it off. Keep watching. We're going to show you what the pops are like in New Zealand.
Just a few of them. There's hundreds of them.
We went with the ones with power and Wi-Fi.
And when we left here, that we could go like this type of thing to get to our destination in Auckland.
Well, we kind of did that to get the power.
We did. We had a lot of fun because we thought, are we going west? Are we going east? Are we going straight ahead?
Yeah.
Didn't really matter. We had a great time anyway, and we got everything that we wanted. You just have to do your wee bit of homework along the way.
With the relocate, we just had to get from Christchurch to Auckland in 7 days, and it didn't matter really which way we went, so we just went with it.
And the hardest thing was, oh my gosh, if you get seasick or anything like that, can't help that because it's got nothing to do with the NZMCA.
I think you do get discounts on the ferry though.
Oh, okay, there you go. You get discount on there, but they can't help you if you get seasick, like me. I turned rather grey and green and...
All shades of green, 50 shades of grey and 10 shades of green.
Oh, it was dreadful. Kelly gave me a head massage and a shoulder massage.
We haven't got to the inter-island yet. The first night we stayed in Blenheim.
Oh, gosh. Oh, let's roll back a little bit.
Roll back the clock. All right. But first, we've got to go and get the whole gang. Have you introduced the team?
No, not as yet. And who have we got as a guest star today? Captain Gersalina.
Now, the first one is actually open to the public, so get yourself a Kiwicash card. As you can see, I'm holding ours that we lost.
Oh, it's quite small.
Twice. We lost it twice. The first time somebody lost it at the Kiwicash, but we found it again in the bathrooms. And so we thought, oh, let's not lose it and let's put it on the key ring, the car keys, and then we gave the relocate car keys back to the company.
Quite a lot to do at that time.
And
so
forgot to take the Kiwicash
it was
card
an
off.
easy mistake.
They're $5. They're just a little tag, and actually they're going to be changing to the name Penny. They're trying to get into Australia, and they didn't want to call it Kiwicash in Australia. That's a whole thing if you're not from here. So from now on, you'll probably be looking for a penny card. What we did, they're really easy. You just go online and you top up. So first of all, I thought, oh, good, $15 a night. It said first come, first served for power. The Wi-Fi was included. Off we went, loaded the card, $15. We got there. It worked really well. Scanned the card on the scanner thingy. The barrier opened up and you just go on through. There was no one else there, so we pulled up at one of the...
Well, it was absolutely perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we didn't know, do we face this way or do we face that way? The choice was ours. And there was a picnic table on all of them as well, and you had your own tap.
Yes.
That you could...
not access. We'll get to that bit.
Yeah, wait.
So we tried to scan. You had to scan your tag again to get the power to work, and it wouldn't work. Just kept denying. And it says online $15 per night, first come, first served in terms of the power. So 4 power outlets. So we plugged into one of them, and it wouldn't work. It just kept flashing red. So that's us plugged in there. And we kept swiping and nothing would happen, and this light kept going red. So we went over to the reception and they said to call the 0800 number, which we already had done, and it was after hours, so that wasn't going to help. And then she said, oh, well, you can come down to our one for $25, but we'd already paid $15 to come in the gate. Look who's here. She's so cute. Hi, honey. Do you live here? They had photos of you up in the restaurant. So I think you live here. Topped up another 15 and scanned our ticket, and that worked. So it's 15 to get in the gate and another 10 to use the power. Now bugger me, Louis had a cold shower this morning and the water doesn't even run unless you swipe your card. So here's the dishwashing department. They have an area where you can wash the dishes, but nothing works unless you pay money. So, not impressed that you can't even get water out of a tap without paying money. So, generally we wouldn't pay for a shower, but just for an experiment so that you all know, the shower was $3 and very, very short, maybe just a couple of minutes, 3 minutes.
It's very clean here, very organised, nothing wrong with that. And out here you've got your wee basin to brush your teeth and a mirror, which is nice. There's soap in there. It's all clean. Very nice.
And there's 4 of them along here. So today my job before we leave here, or it actually might be on the ferry, is to find us a nice pop in Wellington. So $25 for the night for a powered site, plus $3 for the shower. The other two of us had the showers inside, too tight to pay for that. But
we're saving.
Yeah, $25, $6, $7, $8, $28 a night.
Was a wee bit rough because you did have the truckies next door as well, actually. Was it you or was it your mother who heard the trucks?
It wasn't the most peaceful sleep, but you still felt safe.
Oh, it definitely felt safe, without a doubt. It's just, it wasn't the most sort of luxurious pop. So that was our first one.
That was our first night. And that's going to be your saviour if you're here in one of those smaller camper cars, because the rules have recently changed in New Zealand. We're going from a blue self-contained sticker to a green, and that means that the toilet now has to be fixed. So if your toilet in the vehicle that you're hiring is not fixed, then you will not be able to stay at Freedom Camps or anywhere that requires self-containment. So you may end up at a Kiwicash or at paying, the full price for
very strict
for the campgrounds, which you probably don't want to do. Then, of course, we went across on the ferry. First of all, I need to retract what I said about the Kiwicash. They did offer free water. You had to tap your card twice, so that was good. We found the price list because we actually saw the chappie who was working there. And we're on the ferry now. We're on the Inter-Islander.
I've got something I'd like to say. What I'd like to say is that I've taken some ginger tablets, and they have been taken for me to not feel sick on the ship. But guess what? I thought that you took 1 or 2 tablets for hours before you went on the ship. So I've been taking 2 tablets every half an hour, and then I've been taking 2 tablets while being on there, and I think I've had about 14 or 16 tablets, and you're supposed to have 4 a day.
I think Chloe's overdosed on ginger. But you're not feeling seasick?
I'm feeling quite relaxed.
That's good.
But I'm not good on my feet.
Mum's gone to get some chippies. Actually, when you stand up, it's quite rocky. So sitting's quite good.
That's why I don't want to go up.
Anywho, I've just spent the last however long we've been on here, an hour trying to get the Wi-Fi working, and we've found 2 pops for tonight, so we've messaged them both. So let's see which one comes back.
If you don't need any more, you don't get some more. How much do they get that?
We have just arrived at our second pop for the night, and we're staying with Diana, and she's really lovely, and you get so much. She had this amazing setup. She had the plug-in. She even had the cassette where you could dump your cassette around the side of the house.
She had it so well set up, and she was very impressed with Kelly because Kelly's mum, Gersalina, she got out of the vehicle just to sort of, help direct.
She had to back into her driveway.
Yes, and the back camera wasn't working. It was a bit blurry, actually, so there was only really the side mirrors. She was very impressed.
Backed it like a champ.
She was very, very impressed.
And Diana is a traveller herself. She can no longer motor home, but she wanted to meet, other people doing it, so she opened her home up. She had the perfect wee spot outside her house. And she was so welcoming, took us in, showed us around the garden. We were allowed to use any of the herbs.
Oh, the parsley, there was the lemons there, there was, there was all sorts of bits and herbs and things. It was even bits of lettuce. And there
was a wee area that you could sit and have your breakfast or exercise or anything like that. And Mum invited her and they had a wee drink. That was fun.
You could hear the birds. When I was exercising, I could hear the birds and everything. Lovely neighbourhood as well.
And also, when you stay at Pops, there's no pressure to leave. Diana just said, look, whenever you're ready, no worries. And the same with, apart from the Kiwicash, you did have to be out. I forgot to mention that. You had to be out by 11. Otherwise, you know what happens. Your car doesn't work and you've got to top up to get out. You've got to get outside of the gate in 4 minutes. Whoa, whoa, that's the wing mirror. Who put that there? It's still attached, so that's a bonus. The other Pops that we stayed at, we could have been there all day. And in fact, the last one we went to, we saw a chappie come like flying in at 9 o'clock in the morning, and he stayed all day, just paid for the one night, and then stayed all the next day. So,
and he had 2 plugs actually that he could use if he wanted a hair dry.
So, Troops, what do you think for $16 a night?
Well, I tell you what, really good. And I tell you what, she's got such a beautiful personality and soul. That's what I wrote in her book.
And I tried to give her $20 and she refused. She gave me the change back.
I tell you what, she's
How
just
nice is
so
that?
caring and amazing. Couldn't resist but giving her a nice big hug to say
We loved meeting you, Diana.
we sure did.
We'll see you on the road again one day.
Yes.
We'll be up to visit.
After Diana, where did we go? Okay, so we didn't know where we were going. So back on the, because she had Wi-Fi too. Back on the internet.
And rubbish. She does
Oh,
us
yes, all
use
the
her
bins,
bins and everything
everything.
as well. Not everybody has that because
Recycling
they don't
bins.
have to,
Yeah.
but she did.
And water, the whole lot.
Mm.
She had the whole package. So the next day we found power and Wi-Fi because we were heading towards Thursday, which is auction day, and we had a property that we were selling.
Go on, pronounce it. You know how to say the town.
Well, we ended up in Rangiwahia.
Thought she did
Oh,
really
hang
good
on.
with that.
Rangiwahia.
Really,
Yeah,
really
that was
lovely.
really good,
I
wasn't it?
love that little township. I would have liked to have stayed there longer.
The people that we met there, they were like, why are you even here? Like, how did you even get here? Because it was kind of like in the middle of nowhere.
it was like in a wee basin, a little bit of driving in there around the hills.
Yeah.
But when we got there, it was just peace and tranquility, and it was like an old wee church.
It was community
sort
hall.
of, is that what it was?
Yeah.
And this big piece of land, and you had the use of a very large bathroom. Like there was the shower, there was the toilet, they had good paper towels,
It
everything
was
to dry your hands with.
$2 for a hot shower, but we had cold showers, so that was free. And the water didn't run out, which was really good. Free Wi-Fi, $15 a night for the power.
But it was an interesting place as well. It was all the nature, all the birds that you could hear, and what are the magpies? I love hearing the magpies. And the sun was just, gosh, it was extra, extra hot. But the other thing too is such an interesting little township because they had all these wee tiles which had been painted outside around the corner there a little bit, and I thought they were quite interesting. So could you show some of the wee pictures? They're like little wee stories that they had. I thought that was lovely. I thought it was very therapeutic.
And they also had an area that you could dump your cassette to. You couldn't empty your wastewater, but you could do the cassette, which was handy. And they did have water there, but it was a bit tricky because the taps were those quick taps, and there was no they weren't like faucets where you could just turn them on and force the water into the vehicle. It wouldn't have worked.
We were able to plug in. We were able to have our coffee. We had the sun shining,
Sold
the
the house.
Wi-Fi a little bit up there, but Kelly managed really well. She's very
Just like a half panic attack.
easygoing. She's very quite the word relaxing, soothing when it comes to there being stress, which a lot of people might just blow a fuse.
The mid-auction crisis.
She doesn't, and she's very good like that.
That's
And where
very
did you
kind.
get that from? From Air New Zealand, you felt?
I think that's where I learned to be very patient.
Can I put my bag here? Can I put it here?
Well, this is day 3, and we've had a cracker pop here in Rangiwahia. We've been in the middle of a field tonight. Well, sort of a field next to the community hall. Beautiful trees, beautiful nature. And this one was $15 a night with power. So we've had the plug-in going. 3 plugs there on the wall. You put your money in over there. Now the Wi-Fi, we have been working today. Once you hook onto the Wi-Fi, it's not too bad if you stay sort of round there, but yeah, it did go on and off a couple of times. And I was trying to write up an agreement. So that's us. We're very pleased with this one. The showers, so free cold water. So Louie and I had cold water showers today, but the hot water is $2 and the toilets are free. couple of picnic tables. We had our breakfast out here this morning. It was really good. Man, there was a frost this morning, but that soon cleared and gave us this beautiful day. So we're a bit late to head off. We're off to our next pop tonight and had a beautiful lunch, but we're all packed up and ready to go. Right, we'll see you at the next one. Where do we go from there, Louie? After Rangiwahia, we went to... Oh! Yes, so we ended up in... Well, the first place we ended up was not technically the correct GPS. I put the right address, but I put south, not north. So we did end up at a lady's house the first night, and we pulled up. It was really steep drive, and Louie's going, "Are you sure this is the right place?"
It's steep, but it was also very narrow,
Yeah.
but we managed to get through
We were
there.
like, this is weird for a pop.
Manicured.
They haven't made it very easy to get in.
Mm.
We get up there.
Seems very
And
private.
this lady came out, and I'm like, "Hi, Jill, we're here." And she's
In
like,
the dark, spotlights shining on this
she's
poor
like,
woman.
"Who are you?" She was so lovely, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy, for helping us. She actually, well, first of all, she said, "Look, no problem. You're going to go here, left, right, then straight ahead.
We're a bit bewildered,
Then
a
the
bit
third right, and then
tired.
the second left, and then down the hill over the bridge past the waterfall." And she must have seen my eyes like glazing over. She's like, "Do you know what? I'll just get in the car and take you there." So
It's really lovely.
she escorted us to Aramatai Gardens, and so we arrived in the dark.
Well, when we arrived there, I thought, oh, I don't know if I like this sort of place much. Doesn't look like anything sort of too exciting. And
We had a
anyway,
few creatures greeting us when we first got there.
what were they?
The possums.
Oh, these. What
They
a
were so
shame we
cute.
didn't have them on video.
Oh, I did get them on video.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So everybody's going to be able to see the
They'll see the cute
cutenesses.
possums.
You'll be able to see them. They're only like sort of this big.
We thought they were squirrels.
Not that
Do
we
we
have
even
squirrels.
have squirrels?
No, we don't have squirrels here.
Here we go.
Gate will close in 40 seconds, it says.
Right.
Button on the post.
What are we on now, Kelly? It looks like we're going through a forest. We are in a forest. Oh, look at the rabbits.
Oh, cute.
No, it's a raccoon. No, it's not a raccoon. It's a possum, is it? Or is it baby rabbits? Whatever it is, it's... Wouldn't be a raccoon, though. Yeah.
Oh, there's
It's a
that.
squirrel. They're
They're
possums. Two possums. Oh, look, look, look. Can you see them, Hazel?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that, they're running. That's so cute. Where do you plug in? She's given no instructions, this particular person.
Well, it looks like you can go around here and go in. In here.
Information there.
Information sign on fence. Right on hay barn.
That's what it was like when we first went there. So that was nice. And I thought, oh, not much of a place here and everything.
Yeah. There were two powered sites, and you did have to book ahead, so we had already messaged Jill. So she saved us a powered site. But when we got there, there was one other camper. So we backed up, plugged in, and it was really late. So we went to bed. But when we woke up in the morning, you listen to the birds.
This is what I've been listening to all morning during my exercise. It's amazing. Absolutely exquisite here. Waking up, having a nice cold shower, having a bit of a wander around. Oh my gosh, it's all the nature and all the birds and everything. It's just unbelievable. I've seen wood pigeons, I've heard tuis this morning. There's birds I haven't even heard of.
And pulled up the blind,
Yeah.
you pushed the button on an espresso, the smell of the coffee, the light was coming in, and I'm getting the head massage and everything, and then whoop, up and out. The green mat was out, started doing some exercise, and I tell you what, it was just so therapeutic, relaxing, just the smell of the outdoors, the view with the light coming through those trees, and that it was like a big pond, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really, and seeing these waddling ducks in front of us, and
There's duck eggs down there, and look, they are 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's a whole lot in there. 3, 4, 5 in there.
just with
some beautiful gardens, and Jill looks after them all herself. So
very professionally put together, this place.
It's her private property, and this is one of the pops that's open to the public too. So anyone can stay there for $15 a night and plug in.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Make sure that you take your rubbish with you. She's got water there, spring water.
Spring water, yep.
Outside sort of toilet, those old
The
fashioned
internet,
ones.
we went there because of the power and the internet, but the internet really didn't work. She said if I went up closer to the house it would work, and I'm literally right up there, like on her doorstep, trying to like get the phone to work. I couldn't get it to work, but you know what? It didn't really matter.
I had an interesting wee conversation with her, and she's really lovely. She's quite quiet, but she's got everything there, and I think
she runs an Airbnb too.
I was about to say that Airbnb there as well. So the German people who arrived there, when we were talking to her, we saw them back round by our camper.
Yeah, they were fun.
We had a couple of photos taken with them, and Kelly's speaking a little bit of German.
So they were here on holiday for 2 months. They were doing a month in the north and a month in the south, and they weren't NZMCA members, and they were staying, at these pops too. So it certainly can be done.
They were enjoying it here. They were saying how lovely.
And next time we go back there, there's a beautiful waterfall you can walk to. We didn't have time on this occasion.
Oh, really wanted to do it actually, didn't we? Because apparently when you walk along to it, it's quite steep where you walk up, and then you have to go down, and then once you're down to the waterfall, you've got to climb back up again.
Do you like this pop?
Absolutely. Find it just amazing. I'm lost for words on it. It's so beautiful, so fresh. It's got the hot areas, the cold areas, and it's got all the nature. But it's like the gardens. It is just a nice little gentle sort of walk that you go on, and you feel like you just want to be here for months on end.
Now we don't actually know where we're going now because we've got no Wi-Fi, so we haven't got a clue where we're staying tonight. But we'll work it out.
Kelly's worrying about it a little bit because we haven't got the Wi-Fi.
Well, I'm the chief navigator, you see,
Yeah,
and
everyone's going to get there.
Everyone keeps saying, "Where are we going now?"
We'll get there.
But we did meet Ray and Elaine. They were the camper next to us, and their wee budgie.
Retired couple, and they've been retired for a long time.
They were so cute. They even had their photo on the outside of their van, didn't they?
They love that you would recognise that actually.
Anyway, they said if you're going north, you're going to go to Maphona Farms. And we're like, okay, we'll write that down.
Say that again. How do you say it?
Maphona. I know. It's
or na?
Maphona. Like Vodafone with the F? Maphone.
I'm going to put your pronunciation, Kelly, if you don't know actually.
Actually, no, I think it's a PH.
Just letting you in on a little thing is she loves languages. I'm about food and health and well-being. Languages is her thing. So anybody from overseas and you're watching, put something there in your language so that she can work out what it says if she doesn't know the language.
So Ray and Elaine said you've got to go to Maphona Farms. They said it's amazing. $10 a night. You get power, you get showers, you get bathrooms, you get laundry, washer and dryer, all free for $10 a night. And we're like, we're in.
Sounds great.
So because we didn't have any internet at Aramatai Gardens, we went into Te Kuiti and went to the KFC and used their Wi-Fi. So we were sitting there, and I was like, oh my God, there's Maphona Farms. So we messaged Bruce, and we went there for the night, and it actually was really good.
But to start off with, you driving in there, and you thought, wow, this is some amazing looking estate here, with all the blossom trees all just gently lined up like olive trees going down the driveway. And there was this big character building over in this direction here.
They called it the White House.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
That makes sense with it being white, I suppose. So then when we're there and we're plugging in, sort of thought it was quite sort of plain here. And
lots of mozzies.
Too many mosquitoes. Yeah. My gosh, dreadful, because they just bite me to shreds.
And the bathrooms weren't terribly clean.
I'd give them
like
about
definite jandal. Don't go anywhere
near
without the jandal.
But dusty, dirty. It's sort of like might have a clean once a week if you're lucky. Showers a bit grubby, so definitely jandals. But there was hot and cold water.
But then we're thinking $10 a night. You can't really complain.
So we weren't complaining, and
we did, but nobody was listening.
Only to ourselves.
Yeah.
And you could buy honey there as well. They didn't have that there, but you could.
It was like a milk farm too, or something, wasn't it? Or was it just honey?
It's quite an interesting place because I did the rounds walking around the boundary of the. There was a tennis court there as well.
And there was lots of powered sites everywhere, but there was only one toilet and one shower. And I'm thinking to myself, if this is full of poppers, then there'd be a queue a mile long to try and get in the toilet.
Those RVs that we go in, I mean, there was 3 of us, but they can fit 6 in there. So, a family of 6.
The toilet wouldn't last for 6 people for 5 minutes.
No.
One of those cassettes.
Well, the cassette wouldn't, but staying there either. 1 toilet and 1 shower.
I do think they did have other doors that were locked, so maybe when it's peak season they open the other doors. Maybe there might have been a shower and a toilet in each other one. But anyway, we stayed there for 2 nights because it was really close to Auckland, and of course we had to have the camper back by 3 o'clock on the Sunday. So we thought, let's actually just relax for a day because it wouldn't take us long to get there.
And we did start relaxing there.
And it grew on us, didn't it?
Oh, we let our hair down and it was actually really lovely and could have stayed there another 2, 3, 4 days.
Yeah. And
kept on doing the boundary walk all the time because we didn't have any of our weights that we had taken with us, did we? Even though we were doing stretches and everything.
So that was us popping through New Zealand. Would we do it again in Iceberg?
Well, we will do it again. Would we do, probably not popping so much, maybe a little bit, but it's going to be, we're more, we don't need to plug in.
If you've got DC to DC chargers and you've got solar and you've got plenty of battery and you don't need to plug in, then you probably wouldn't pop for $10, $15 a night because you don't need to. You could just freedom camp.
Maybe we could on the odd occasion actually.
I guess if you're getting low on power.
Yes.
And water, or sometimes if you don't feel safe at a freedom camp, because all of these pops have felt extremely safe.
Well, that one that we went to where I said we woke up in the morning and had a wander around and everything, I'd like to go back there again.
Walk to the waterfall. If you wanted to just do the waterfall, it was $5. But I think it would be worth it.
I think that would be really nice. And we took our breakfast, the fancy breakfast that Kelly makes me every morning. That's so nice to have with such a beautiful view and the nice Nespresso. So I would like to do that one again.
So if you're coming to New Zealand and you're going to hire one of these big motorhomes that need to be plugged in, and you're a member of an overseas club, definitely get in touch with the NZMCA and use these pops, or get online and find pops that anyone can go to, because it will be totally worth it. By the time you pay the joining fee, if you work out between $50 and $80 a night at one of those campsites, you're going to get your money back straight away. And if you're in, if you're in one of the motorhomes that are now going to be part of the new rules, where they don't have a fixed toilet and you need to be in areas that are offering toilets, definitely get yourself a Kiwicash card, because that would save you a lot of money overall.
We hope to see you on the road, actually. We're getting closer and closer. We're hoping that...
Should we do a quick update?
Oh, we might as well give you an update. Right. You want to know. We're excited about it.
So since we last saw you and we were moaning about the roof rack having to come off, the roof rack's back on. We've got the lights back on. The aircon's back on.
Cameras.
The cameras, they weren't on before. We've now got cameras.
Big cameras.
We look like Google Street View or surveillance or some sort of tactical.
Yeah, it's a wee bit of a bit of a surveillance tactical going on there.
I don't know. Have a look. Do they? I don't even know if they pop out straight away. I mean, I don't think they're that obvious, especially because we've got the ladder on now, and I think your eye. Check
that out.
I think your eye gets drawn to the ladder, and you don't necessarily see the cameras straight away.
And we just today put our Max tracks up.
Yes.
They look pretty cool. Let me also tell you some other really, really good news is that we finally have the boys now doing our kitchen. They're doing our cupboards. They're going to be doing over here in the makeup booth area.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the next one.
Please comment, because I love your comments. I miss you all when you don't comment.
If you like the pop video, like and subscribe. And one day soon, we'll be taking you all around New Zealand, and then we're going to put Iceberg on a ship and we're going to take her overseas.
Thank you very much.
Open my eyes, I
Thanks,
slept through
Aaron.
the
Bye.
day. Slept through the day, feeling uneasy, I push it away. Push it away. Last night was fun, don't feel like today.
Working.
Feel like today, let's do it again, let's go on a date. Cause tonight I'm gonna take you out and live the dream that we've been talking about. So we can dine and spend up all our goals. Out on the set.
I tell you what, this is what you call true love. Having your coffee made for you at the airport.
Might be the gin that's gone to my head. Gone to my head. Feeling so busy, don't want this to end. Want this to end. Live in the moment, I just wanna dance. Just wanna dance. Pull up my card and swipe it again. Cause tonight